pleasure of introducing a man who for the third year in a row has agreed to be the face of our Wisconsin's own series of screenings. You'll see him throughout the weekend introducing films and moderating Q&A discussions with the many Wisconsin filmmakers presenting work at this year's festival. He is the host of the essential Wisconsin public television program, Director's Cut, which every season is instrumental in bringing the voices and the visions of Wisconsin filmmakers into your living rooms. Earlier this week, Director's Cut premiered its yearly hour-long excursion into Wisconsin Film Festival programming. If you missed it, you can catch it again tomorrow night on WPT, and of course, it's on their website as well. Tonight, he's here to present our prestigious Golden Badger Awards. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Mr. Pete Schwaba.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Another hand for the lovely and talented Ben Reiser. His daughter sounds like a pistol, and I don't know where she gets that attitude from. Here we go. I have a script here, too. I just want to say, too, since we're talking about our kids tonight, every once in a while my son will say, Dad, nothing I do is enough. It's like, I just started hosting a radio show in Milwaukee on WTMJ, and he goes, what's the station? I go, it's WTMJ, AM 640. He goes, or AM 620. He goes, Dad, AM? But he also says, hey, does anybody ever recognize you from Director's Cut? And I said, only when I'm at the Wisconsin Film Festival. Because these are the best independent film fans right here, and I can't thank you enough for supporting independent film and Director's Cut. So it's truly an honor to be here, and glad you guys are all here. This is great. Second year in a row at the Barrymore. You couldn't ask for anything else. Okay, so my notes. Ben, I think you turned the wrong page. I'm lost now. Okay, here we go. Thanks, Ben. Oh, no, sorry, I already said that. Okay, so the Wisconsin's own section of the festival celebrates filmmaking right here in Wisconsin, as you know. Tons of talented filmmakers in Wisconsin. Every year, well over 100 films with a Wisconsin connection are submitted for consideration. And this year, 37 were selected out of that bunch to screen at this year's festival. The list includes everything from feature-length narrative and documentary films to experimental and animated shorts. Once again this year, for 2 cold days in February, our Golden Badger jury holed up at 4070 Vilas Hall and watched those 18 hours worth of films with only a 10-minute pee break. They're slave drivers over there. Pausing only for nourishment provided lovingly by festival sponsors, the Great Dane Brew Pub, Dottie Dumplings Dowry, and Cafe Hollander. At night, they rested their weary eyes with our in from out of town juror, Kristen Catalano, who is here tonight. She'll be up here shortly, and enjoyed a particularly lovely 2-night stay at the spectacular Livingston Inn. Maybe you've heard of it? Great place. Big hand for Livingston Inn. At the end of an intense weekend of movie watching, our 3 jurors deliberated and decided on 3 films to honor with the coveted Golden Badger Awards. I'd like to bring our jury on stage now. Kristen Catalano, first. She's a Golden Badger winner from 2015 for her documentary, Clarence. Great film. Kristen, come on up. Eric J. Nelson, he's a Golden Badger winner from 2013 for Siszilla and the creator of this year's Wisconsin Film Festival trailer. Big hand for Eric. We'll see that trailer in just a few minutes. And our third juror is David Klein of the Madison-based film blog Lakefront Row. David is currently on vacation in New Zealand. You're happier about that? Oh, you're from New Zealand. Okay, that's good enough, I guess. He couldn't be with us tonight, but he sends his regrets. Not really, Ben wrote on the script here. He said not really. He doesn't care. This year's 3 Golden Badger winning films reflect both excellence and the variety in Wisconsin-based filmmaking. For 22 years, Clifford Hayashi has attended over 4,000 games at Stanford University, becoming a grassroots mascot along the way, as Cliff Superfan so lovingly shows. Ripon College alum Diane Quon snapshot of fandom blossoms with her subject's enthusiasm, documenting Hayashi's and his other passions, fandom and his other passions as well. Regardless of what's at stake, Cliff Superfan is through and through an earnest exploration of the value of community. Here now is a brief clip from Cliff Superfan.
I had one brother and one sister, raised by my mother and father.
Oh, he was a good boy. He had that mischievous, prompt smile about him. When he did something bad or something that he shouldn't have, he would look at me and smile at me with this dimple. And
All right. Diane Quon hoped to be here with us tonight, but she's in the middle of shooting a very important project. She will be here on Sunday for the screening of Cliff, and she was on campus on Tuesday night at a Wisconsin Alumni Association event where she recorded this brief acceptance speech.
Hi, I'm so sorry I can't be here with you all tonight. I wanted to thank the Film Festival crew for having the film in the festival, first of all, which was a huge honor, and then to receive the award was even such a greater honor for me. And I want to thank you all, and I hope you get to see the film on Sunday.
There you go. Next, through the lens of paranoid schizophrenia, Lingua Absentia depicts the real-life plight of Abby, a teenager battling cancer that will leave her unable to speak. Jeremy Bessoff and UW-Milwaukee graduate Kate Raney's animated film taps into a downward spiral of anxiety and depression, showing firsthand the devastation and sickness and crushing isolation that follows. This is Illness Illustrated. Let's take a look.
She went into a mental health unit, and then it was one hospitalization after another. She was diagnosed about a year later with schizophrenia, and she also has the paranoid type, so she's not trusting of people, or, you know, they might say something that might set her off.
Please welcome to the stage Kate Raney and Jeremy Bessoff.
Well, thank you to the
Wait, hold on.
jurors.
We have to give you your award.
Sorry.
No acceptance speech until actual acceptance commences.
All right, so thank you to the jurors and the Wisconsin Film Festival. And
Yeah, and Wisconsin and the Wisconsin filmmakers have created such a warm, nurturing environment for filmmakers. This is an amazing state to learn how to make films and to grow and mature into actual filmmakers. And I feel like this award is such an honor to us that I can't thank you enough. And thank you, Wisconsin, and all the film fans of Wisconsin. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And finally, the collective effort of 65 fourth graders, Daedalus and Icarus, recreates its titular myth with relief print characters, hand-drawn construction paper sets, and a knack for comedic relief. The story of Daedalus and Icarus warns that we must understand our limits, and it is not without irony that this reimagining from Madison's Crestwood Elementary, that's right, elementary school, knows no bounds. With musical assistance from the school's 5th grade class, Daedalus and Icarus is the greater sum of its parts and an inspiring testament to the power of imagination. Let's take a peek.
some feathers and some wax to hold them together. Here, let me give you your wings.
Thanks.
If you fly too high, your wings will melt. If you fly too low, they'll get wet.
Okay.
Now remember, don't fly too high. The sun will melt your wings, but don't fly too low.
Yeah,
or you'll
I get
fall.
it, Dad.
I'm just saying because...
I get the point.
Just a quick note to parents, believe it or not, that film is actually rated NC-17, so be careful if... please join me in welcoming to the stage Luke, Bassuener, and Crestwood Elementary School students. All right.
Thank you all so much. Thank you to everyone at the festival. Thank you to the jury for selecting this movie. Yes. And to the festival itself, they've been so good about coming up with opportunities for these kids to get involved. We're going to be part of that 2,500 people coming to see the movies. So the Real Butter Fund for paying for a bus, that's awesome. For multiple buses, actually. This has been fantastic. And I'll let these guys introduce themselves, because they did this.
My name is Brandy.
Yeah.
My name is Michaela, and I'd like to thank Mr. Bassuener, Crestwood School, and I really enjoyed making this movie.
My name is Ava, and I'd like to also thank Mr. Bassuener for putting all this effort into making this film.
And I'm Mrs. McMahon, better known as Sean, and I'm the music teacher. So one of the great things about Crestwood and about the arts education in Madison is that we collaborate with each other and we work together so we can create great things like this. So thank you so much for honoring that tonight.
Yeah, right over there. Yeah. So he's an art teacher. Now you go back to popsicle stick houses. That's kind of anticlimactic, right, Luke? Luke's got the scruff like me, but I have to have it because I live up north, and they'll think I'm a tenderfoot if I don't have it. So, all right, a big hand for all of our Golden Badger winners. This is great. Tickets are still available for all three films. Daedalus and Icarus will screen along with at eye level tomorrow afternoon at the Marquee at Union South. Lingua Absentia screens as part of Speaking in Tongues, Stories from Wisconsin's Own, on Saturday afternoon at the Marquee at Union South. And Cliff's Superfan is showing as part of Portraits and Pictures from Wisconsin's Own on Sunday afternoon at Marquee at Union South. So we invite all of you to come out and join us for these three wonderful films. Good job, you guys. Jeremy and Kate are just thinking, thank God we didn't have to follow the kids. Nice job, guys. And now, on to the main event of the evening. This year we are calling our 4 Wisconsin's Own documentary shorts, Transmissions from the Heartland, and I don't think it'll take long for you to see why. Sit back and enjoy these remarkably entertaining looks at life here in Wisconsin, and then please stick around afterwards as Ben, I'm talking here. Yeah. He forgot what he wrote in his own script. He's like, what do we could do? Okay. I love you, Ben. Not in the big way. Okay. We'll be taking your questions later after the screening. We're having a Q&A. It's going to be great, so stick around, and we're going to continue the fun and conversation across the street at the Harmony Bar Harmony Bar and Grill, for food, drinks, and dancing with disco band extraordinaire VO5. Yeah.